Hello friends, this is Ganesh and the video number 1 about ABAP on HANA. In this session, I would like to give an introduction about HANA, especially for the people who's coming from ABAP background. Nowadays, the person from ABAP has a confusion where to start the HANA. So the people are saying HANA, BW HANA, S4 HANA, Suit on HANA, HANA extraction, HANA on cloud, ABAP on cloud, CDS views, AMDB. So even I had the same confusion before I get into HANA. So I would like to give some idea from my experience where to start and what are the areas or comfortable the people who are from the programming background. So it's not limited, so you can expand with some other areas like Fiori, UFA as well. Okay, so that is the idea of this particular session, and followed by I'm going to give the videos about ABAP and HANA. So what is the syntax, what are the areas we can concentrate, how we can redesign our programming with a new syntax from ABAP. So a lot of things we are going to see in the following videos. Okay, hope this might be useful, and this is for the people from the ABAP and switch over to HANA, so very for the beginners. Okay, now let me start the slideshow. So first one is, let's start with HANA. Here I'm not going to give more theoretical part about HANA and all. So very simple. So about HANA, just understand what is HANA first. And then brief about Sutan HANA and S4 HANA. There is some confusion about these two terminology. So I will give a clear picture about what is SOH, something about Sutan HANA or S4 HANA. The next is ABAPers roadmap on HANA. Where to start and what are my next steps, always what I can do a little more extra, means away from ABAP perspective. So what I can do learn or what I can do know from the other areas in HANA perspective. So those also I'm going to show you here, and how to start the developments on HANA platform. I am having HANA, so I'm normal ABAP developer. So I want to enhance myself, or I want to put more effort, or I don't write a code which is compatible for HANA. So this is the main things which we are going to discuss about today's session. So first part is HANA. So basically HANA is a database. Okay, so it's a basic underlying terminology. HANA is a database, but it's not only database. It has few other additional things which is not available in other database versions. So in-memory technology, so you, very simple, I can say in-memory is RAM, in-memory is faster. So you don't worry about how much big and all now, just the terminology in-memory. So in-memory database, it can hold data in an in-memory concept. So it's very easy or very faster to fetch the information. Okay. So if you want to learn very detailed, you can go ahead with this, because it can store all the information in memory concept. So it's very recently access very few information only is going to stored in the in-memory database because it's huge, right? So we have cold storage, hard storage, warm storage. So we have a lot, but we don't want to take all the things into this particular video. And this platform is like deployed in on-premises or cloud. Okay, so let me take, because nowadays if any application comes, they have an option called deploy in on-premise or in a cloud. The same options even we have, and it's a combination of hardware and software. Normally the hardware and software means it depends on hardware and software. Because of that, it gives the more effective way of um, faster access of the data it can be able to give, and which integrates different components like database or SLT or application server or HANA direct extraction connection. So it's easy to integrate with other components. So normally database means normally we have a database layer, we have application layer, and fetch the information and store the information. Only that we are using, but it's doing lot than the normal database. Okay, and the primary function is nothing but it's a database server. It needs to store and retrieve the data. So it has a lot of ways to retrieve the information, very easy way and very effective way. Okay, it has a parallel processing, and it has in memory. So a lot of other things we have listed or why HANA is more popular. And HANA, it's nothing but they just call it as high performance analytic appliance. Okay, there's nothing but HANA. Next, I'm going to show you about Suit on HANA. So if you take HANA, okay, the first understanding about HANA is a database. Dot. Second step, there are some terminology called Suit on HANA, S4 HANA. What is that? So I'm going to say about Suit on HANA. Suit on HANA is nothing but here I'm giving an example of how currently we are working. So we have, it's very simple, client server architecture, client server, and we have presentation layer, application layer, and database layer. Okay. So database layer is a current database. It could be your HANA or Oracle, whatever it is. There is a database. Application layer is nothing but a ABAP. Okay. Suit on HANA is I'm going to remove the existing database or current database, maybe MS SQL or Oracle, and remove it, and I'm going to keep it HANA as a database. Okay, so that is the basic understanding of Suit on HANA. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to okay, and the other way, I'm not going to disturb your client layer or application layer. I'm going to change only in your database level. Okay, so what happens after you change the database to HANA? Application layer is as it is, same AC38, same ME21. There is no change in your business functionality. If you want to create a purchase order, you have to go to the same transaction. So there is no change in your table level, same EKKO, EKPO, same MARA, MES, everything is same. But your database alone is changed as HANA. Please be patient for the next slide. If I explain S4 HANA, then you can able to understand the difference between Suit on HANA and S4 HANA. Okay, so Suit on HANA is just a database. I change only your database layer, not your application layer. So what is the benefit of the businesses? So business is working for long way with SAP, and long times they didn't change their application layer, meaning they didn't change their screen perspective, right? They didn't change the screen. Like ME21 is even from the beginning until ECC version 6, they have only ME21 transaction. They know where to go, where to maintain the schedule agreement, and if it's a sales, where to put their vendor information or customer information. A lot of things they are very comfortable with their business scenario or screen level, very down level. I'm talking very screen level. So there is no change in that. So they're very happy. They didn't find any difference about the HANA database. But the performance is good because it's a HANA. They are in the in-memory technology, so the performance is more faster. They might um, understand, okay, after the HANA comes, so there may be a change in the standard report. I'm talking about standard, not the custom. Standard reports are a little faster, so that's comfortable. They're comfortable with that. Okay. So now if you go to the points, might be you can correlate with whatever I have talked. So starting point for companies migrating ECC to HANA platform, so that no application layer changes are required. So the people, the company is ready to change, go with the Suit on HANA. I don't want to go directly to S4 HANA because there may be a change in the application level. So my people may little confused, or some additional training may required to train my users or business users to with the new application layer changes. So I don't want that. That's then they decided, okay, I go with the Suit on HANA. Just change my database alone. That's more than enough for me. Let the users slowly interact with the HANA database. Then they understand some terminologies. Then after some years, I can go with the S4 HANA. And then S4 is a traditional SAP easy solution available. So it has all the traditional functionality on ECC environment, but the database now is HANA. Only database is getting changed. By running on HANA, the business will performs faster because it is working inside the memory component. Okay, and I'm saying the standard reports might get faster, not the custom. I'll give an answer little later. The roadmap to Suit on HANA is pretty simple. So they need to upgrade to ECC 6 Enhancement Package 7. Then they're able to perform a database migration from the current database to HANA. Okay. So the second understanding of Suit on HANA is nothing but I'm going to change the database alone to HANA. There is no change in the application server. Okay. So now you might guess. So S4 HANA means there may be a change in the application layer as well. That is the S4 HANA. Okay. S4 HANA is a new product. So it's not going to be a upgrade version of ECC like ECC6, maybe ECC7, 8. No. It's totally a new product and built entirely most advanced in-memory platform in S4 HANA. Okay. And simply I can say it's Fiori, most advanced UI application I can say. Okay. And they designed everything with the help of their UX, user experience with SAP Fiori. So if the client decided to go for S4 HANA, there may be a change in their application layer as well. Database layer plus application layer changes as well. So the business is ready to adapt the changes very quickly because once the migration is done, the entire business is running on S4 HANA, right? So mostly few clients are decided to go with Sudan HANA, let the database to run in Sudan HANA, then we'll get us some time and give some training to our users, then we'll go with the S4 HANA option. So this is a basic difference between Sudan HANA and S4 HANA. Sudan HANA, only database level change. S4 HANA is a new product, you have a change in application as well as your database layer changes. Okay, so SAP S4 HANA is an intelligent ERP suite. It created specifically for in-memory computing. Okay, so you will get more about this points. I just take only few information for your basic understanding. So S4 HANA have many simplification like customer adoption, data model, user experience, decision making, business process models. So you don't have to worry about all these things now. Just understand what is S4 HANA. Once you start learning, automatically you will get many points about Sudan HANA and S4 HANA. You can develop yourself. Okay. So these are some points which I gathered. Clear? So third terminology S4 HANA is also clear now, I believe. Next, screen difference. So probably you might see this changes in your current client or current system which you are working. If not, be ready for it. This is the one which we worked so far, SAP initial screen. What is the client number, user ID, password, and this is gets changed in this way because of your ABAP component. So this screen change is available in a version, I believe, from 7.5 onwards. So 7.5, 7.6, there are some alphabets already to be added in the version. So better you started with new versions if you have. And yeah, this is for purchase order creation. So you'll get the purchase order with normal GUI, and this is the new way of screens they got developed. So the functionality is same, but there are some changes in the screen level. So get ready for this. Then how to identify whether I'm working on Sudan HANA or S4 HANA. Maybe this might be little advanced, advanced in the sense, suppose you are in a way of understanding HANA, this might be useful once you are get into a system. Because I should know whether I'm working in Sudan HANA or S4 HANA, right? You don't want to go and ask the pages people, right? So best way to identify us, check your component. So you should be good with checking the components. Like go to system, any transaction you opened, and go to system status, and you will find a system details, the small magnifier icon button. If you click, you come to know what is the above version, what is the basis version, what are the components are listed over there. In that, one of the component should be listed as for core. If yes, if the component is yes, you are working on S4 HANA system. Okay. If it is not, okay, and there is an option called database layer, not in that one. I will show you that. I will show you in the system as well. Not in that one. Just come out of that, and you'll come to know the database layer HDB. If that is the case, so that is you are working on Suite on HANA. So you don't have a component S4 core, then your databases is HDB, you are in HANA, Suite on HANA system. And if you have HDB and your software component is available as S4 core, yes, you have S4 HANA. And about the versions, product versions, you should be good with that. For that, you need to go to the product versions. I will show you that. There are two tabs. So this is available in one tab. Very next tab we call as installed product versions. Go to that particular tab. You will come to know what is the current version, any one of those. Okay, so these are things which we have. They started release with 1503 on March 2015, especially for finance, then 1511, 1605 for finance, and 1610, 1709. Probably you might started knowing this versions, I believe. What is your HANA version? So mine is 1709, or the people who are advertising, we are giving HANA servers or HANA tutorials with 1709, 1809. So that is the way, nothing but product versions. Okay, and recent one is 2020, October 2020 they released. This is the latest version from the HANA side. I will show you how to see this information in the system. Okay, and the next one is for the ABAPers. What is the first step and get into HANA? I decided I want to learn HANA. What is my first step? Very simple. HANA is a database. It's nothing but a hard disk based data storage, in memory, massive parallel process, whatever it is. HANA is a database. Okay. So first thing, if you want to learn, suppose in a client side or in your rental system or your system, you have a suite on HANA, you start write a code which is compatible to run in HANA in-memory computing. Okay, so that is the initial stage in ABAP and HANA. So I want to write a code. All the existing code is it's executing in HANA. No change in that. Okay, so don't doubt. No, there is no doubt. You want to change all the things. Very few is not working, or there is some alternative to be changed. Maybe if you worked in the upgrade project, you come to know, okay, this is not working. Please change this. Okay, other than that, all the existing codes are comfortable for HANA database. Then why don't write ABAP and HANA? This is nothing but to make your development or make your the processing more faster. Okay, so I want to write a code that needs to be executed in the database layer, not in my application layer. So for that, I need to write a code which is very compatible for HANA. Okay, and start learning some new way of coding, new way of syntax. From long versions we have new syntax, 7.4, 7.5. It's actually evolving more, like inline declaration, and right start using SQL code, SQL functions, and then manipulate the data in the select itself. So don't use your database just to retrieve the data. After that, do all the manipulations for your business requirement. Instead of that, write a select query with all the manipulations. So meaning I want to, a simple example, I want to ignore the leading zero. So normally what we did in ABAP, after select statement, we did a loop. Maybe we added a field symbols to avoid a modify statement, and use the conversion exit from the function module, and we removed it, right? So loop statement we used. But here use a SQL function called ltrim. Okay, it's acceptable in new syntax, new way of syntax in ABAP editor. So just trying ltrim is left trim. So it just remove all the leading zeros of your material number, purchase order number, whatever it is. So I don't want to write a loop for that. In select itself, I can use a ltrim option. Okay, in select itself, I can use a case. It's nothing but a if condition. I can use the if conditions. I don't want to go with the loop and read. So just avoid loop and read and try to get final result, most final result from your database. So that is the way how you are changing the way you are writing the code. Okay, so that is nothing but ABAP and HANA. So I'm going to write a ABAP code which is going to run on my HANA database. That is nothing but ABAP on HANA. Okay, so the way we are going to change is not only inline declaration, the entire code we are going to change. The way we are going to return the code and the way we are going to write the code, it's mostly different. Okay, but it's very simple way of code. It's pure in English only. And all this can be achieved in SE38. You don't want require any extra tool, extra transaction to do what probably people are writing the same in Eclipse, but still you have an option to write the same in SE38, because most of the people doesn't have an option to download Eclipse in your systems. It's a free software or HANA Studio. If the people has, well and good. If not, don't worry. In SE38 itself, you can start writing your ABAP on HANA code. Okay. And next, second step in HANA. for the ABAP. First step, okay, I started to write the code in ABAP, especially for HANA database. I'm good with that. So what is my next step? Go with the CDS views. So why CDS views? So this is maybe people you already gone through my CDS view videos, you might have an idea. If not, what is serious views? That's a view, nothing big. In ABAP, in SAP, what is a view? View is a combination of different fields from different tables. That's it. That is a view. Here, the same thing, but it's in an enhanced way. Okay, I'm going to keep more fields from different tables based on the business scenario, business requirement. Okay, and it's going to be a CDS view. Why in a CDS view? As I mentioned, HANA is more than a database. It's not only a database, more than a database. So accessing data in HANA is very good, very flexible. So if you write the code ABAP and HANA, so you can run within SAP. So in SAP SE38 or your include program or a normal main program or enhancements, wherever you can write, it's fine. You can just execute in HANA. But the same thing if you develop in CDS, the same business requirement. You can develop in ABAP and HANA, you can do in CDS view as well. So both is possible. So if you do the same in CDS, that CDS can be consumed in many places, not only SAP, even non-SAP, BW. Okay, I can show you that. Okay, UI applications, OData service, one development. So one business requirement I developed in CDS view instead of ABAP and HANA that can be used in my program also in SAP38. Maybe in future, after 3 months or 4 months, business decided to I go with one Fiori UI application. I want the same to be accessed, same data to be accessed in my UI application. Then you don't know develop it. It's already developed. So you just create a OData service and give information to the UI application. They can make use of it. So CDS view is the future. So in one way I can say, okay. So second step for the ABAPer is try to start learning CDS views, okay. And third, it's not third, other areas. So only these two in HANA for ABAPers to learn. It's not limited. So you can start learning. If you're good in learning, you can start with BW for HANA. It's nothing but you don't have to go very detailed. At least start learning which is or related with CDS view. That's what I'm saying. And if you start learning CDS view, obviously you come to know what is modeling, like analytical view, attribute view, calculation views, nothing but modeling, extraction. So getting the information from the different tables, instead of that they can use CDS view on extraction. So there are many tools in BW to connect CDS view directly. So once you're comfortable with CDS, don't stop it. Just start learning about the BW tools as well. And Fury development with UI5 methodology. If you're good in Java, JavaScript, and CSS and everything, start learning UI5. Okay, so you can start creating a UI application from the scratch. Okay, because the source for UI5, one of the source I can say, one of the source for UI5 is your CDS view with OData service. So if you're good in CDS view, you are very much interested to learn that HTML5 kind of options, go with UI5 and HANA cloud development. So the idea of this slide is don't stop your learning. Okay, just keep on going at HANA cloud development, because you HANA, whatever information is coming, whatever methodology, technology is coming now, they have a two option: on-premise and cloud. So they are not going to on-premise for a long time, so they introduce cloud as well. So go with the HANA cloud, ABAP and cloud. I'm good in ABAP, then learn ABAP and cloud. What is in ABAP and cloud? I will give a set of videos on ABAP and cloud as well, probably after this. And OData service, it's very close to CDS. Once you are good in CDS, definitely you should be good in OData service. It's a kind of a what they call it as uh, hot cake or piece of cake, they call it as. Okay, so in the market, it's hot cake in the market. So if you know OData service plus CDS view, it's really good. Okay, again you have on-premise or cloud development, XSO data service, HANA development, and XSO data service. Okay, so these are the areas where you can explore more once you started or once you decided to learn HANA. So it's ocean, again, it's ocean. But the people from the ABAP perspective, it's very easy to learn HANA because ABAP is not easy. ABAP is very big, right? We have a script, smart form, BDC, and we have repos, interface, proxies, lot of things we learned. So learning HANA, it's not big deal for an ABAPer. Clear? Hope my slides getting over. Yes. So I will show you the versions in my remote system. So this is my rental system. I'll show you whether I'm in S4 HANA or Suite on HANA. Okay. First I will go with S4. So here S4 IDAS, maybe the name itself you come to know, but I want to confirm it. So go to get into your system, more, system, status. This is the one, right? System details, component details, sorry, component. Just click. Here try to find you have S4 core. Here it is. So I am in a S4 HANA system. I'm not in a Suite on HANA. And what is the version of my HANA? So go here, installed product versions, and my version is 1610. Okay. Yeah. I'll show you other systems as well. And one more thing you have to understand, what is my database? Anyway, it's S4 core, but here HDB. Okay, so make use of it. I'll show you in the second system. HANA database. So mine is HANA database and mine is S4 HANA. Close it. And now I just go the ECC. System. Status. So here database is MS SQL. Go to the component. I'm trying to find S4 core. No hit found. So this is not at all Suite on HANA as well. This is just a ECC system. Okay. But if it is Suite on HANA, what happens? You don't have a S4 core over here and your database system shows HDB. If that is the case, you are in Suite on HANA. Okay. So hope you might have just an understanding about what is ABAP and HANA or what is just HANA and few terminologies like Suite on HANA, S4 HANA and ABAP and HANA, what is CDS and everything. So the next videos I will start writing the code like for ABAP and HANA. I'm going to start very slowly with normal inline declaration, then how we can change our if conditions, how to write a select, how to ignore loop and thread and everything. Hope you will enjoy this video. If you have any questions, please write to my Gmail ID and definitely I will respond back to your queries. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.